Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who rule well. And shalom to you sincere, hopeful, late brothers and sisters, listen and learn it. To you brothers preaching, teaching the truth through the four corners of earth. It's the brother Nathan, come out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. Just coming back with a quick one through the spirit. Me and a couple of the Akim went and seen that movie, The 40 Acres, yesterday. 40 Acres. And man, it was a good movie, man. It's real highly spiritual, man. You see the, like I said, the northern and the southern kingdom, brought together, to fend off Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, and it's like a post-apocalyptic style movie, It looked like society's all broken down, and they're on these farms or whatever, on this little, they got their homestead, got a farm that's been in the family for, decades and whatnot. But, it's cool to see, it appears to be Gad, and then it looks like Judah, representing the southern kingdom, right? Gad representing the northern kingdom. But nonetheless, you're seeing a lot of that in all these movies of recent, especially movies like this where you see the northern and southern kingdom coming together to fend off the attackers, right? But I'm gonna play this trailer just to get you into it, and then we'll get some scripture. Lord will be edifying.
I know it's been hard on you. Takes hard work to survive.
I got the 24 to Freeman 1. You copy?
Ain't nobody pushing the seed through the soil, is there?
No, ma'am.
Are there any others like us?
Ain't nobody else out there like us.
Freeman 1, you copy?
We don't need nothing.
And that's the thing too. And then this movie, man, is like it's like they represented the elect. Because anytime they got faced with a certain situation, man, they'd come up out of it, man. It don't matter how grim the situation looked, man. The Lord was with them. I'm gonna slacking.
Nobody. Reload. Work now.
Rest when we're dead.
Yeah, come on.
I got the 24 to Freeman 1. You copy?
Afternoon, Augusta.
You've heard about the attack by now?
Thought your Union Army was gonna come and take care of it.
They're not. They're dead. All of them.
We could have left. People forget what animals were like.
What matters now is how we react. Shoot first, don't ask questions. We ain't waiting on no revenge. They gonna end up dead anyway.
Can you help? Please!
All we need is right here.
You don't want us to trust anyone because you can't trust anyone else.
We don't need nothing and nobody.
Get back! Please! Please!
Freeman 1 to Augusta 24, do you copy? We found your goddamn animals. Now pick up.
So like I say, yeah, man. So you seen a little piece of it, whatever. I'm gonna bring some stuff out, spoiler alert. But hey, see it anyways, whatever. It's a good movie, especially if you follow me. How about Shemal Shai and just visualizing, the Lord being with us, man. In the time of trouble, man. And it shows, Esau's nature, the so-called white man. All right, they're a bunch of fucking cannibals, right? You ain't growing their food, they fucking just eating people. So they going, they going and taking over farms and then getting, messed up. It's like when people in the damn parking lot making all this damn noise. But yeah, anyways, Esau's a damn cannibal in there, of course. All right, like you said, for one morsel of meat, right? Hey, that red pottage, Esau boy, he went straight in. He trying to eat on Gad and shit, and hey man, Gad got down in that movie too. But hey man, you gotta understand this, that hold on. Let's see here. Let's get this real quick. This Isaiah 11 and 13, it says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart. So Ephraim representing the whole northern kingdom. And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right, so the northern, southern kingdom coming together, and you're seeing that right now as we speak, as the hopeful elect, man, the men that are sighing and crying on the highways and hedges, and taking apart of these electronic epistles. All right, we're working together. We're coming back, right? We're no longer separating. And just like in this movie, man, the northern and southern kingdom coming together to run the farm, man, to do their daily tasks, to train, eat, live, read, talk to each other, and ultimately what? They got the same common enemy, the so-called white man. All right, Esau, Edom. He showed, he's coming for blood. Look, this is and then show Esau, of course, trying to do his little tactics, or act like he comes at peace, he comes, his words are smoother than butter. Let me get that real quick, because that's how Esau was covered in there, man. Psalms 55 and 20, it says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And see, but here's the thing, Jake wasn't going for that in the movie, man. They weren't going for them smooth words, man. They were, like I said, they were kill on sight. They ain't asking no questions, hardly, So that was the cool part about that, Then, of course, man, what else? Man, y'all just gotta see the movie, man. But it was cold through the spirit, man. And how the Lord, man, he was with us, man. Just kind of putting ourselves in that position. Like I say, Esau trying his little tactics, but it didn't work, man. And we're falling for the okie doke. There's Isaiah 65 and verse 11 says, verse 13, it says, therefore thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Right? Because like in the movie, man, they were good. Obviously till they had, Esau, the so-called white man, come in and, disturb what they had going. Ultimately. But they didn't prevail. They all got taken out. But see, the Yahweh Shem Shai is he's gonna be over us, man. We're gonna eat, we're gonna drink. We serve him. He's gonna take care of us. All right. These other people, man, they're gonna be caught out here. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all gonna get caught up in the famines, in the pestilences, and you see, man, the famine was rampant there. All right. People scavenging and shit. But here it is, Jake had this little sanctuary, man, the land, this 40 acres, man, that more than sustained this stuff. And they end up towards the end, taking in more people. I looked at it like, well, like the Israelite foreigners coming in, joining back, you know, and then, you know, and us dwelling in safety, you know. Just a small little, you know, spiritual aspect to it. You know, ultimately we're gonna dwell with new bodies and have the spiritual power. It's gonna go way beyond that. We're gonna take over the whole world and the galaxies and different planets, man. It's gonna be extremely great. Okay. It says, you know, so let me go to this family, because that's coming. All right. I know I'm all over the place, but you're going to have to see the movie, you know. I might go see it again. Shit, it was good. This is Matthew 24 and verse 7. It says, verse 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." And like the point was the famines, man. They're the only ones growing food. And like I said, Esau, he was after eating humans, all right? He had people hung up, you know, and bled out so they can, preserve the meat, all right? You know, and that's coming, man. Cannibalism's coming back. All right, just watch. All right, it happened before, it can happen again. Let's see, Pine Away. I ain't gonna do too much. Y'all just got to go see the movie. Just a quick little. There's Lamentations 4:9. It says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger." Right. "For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field." Right. That's a slow death. And to the point where these people got so desperate, they're fucking eating each other, you know, to sustain themselves. Which ultimately, you're not gonna be able to sustain yourself, because you'll get I forgot what it's called. Shit, hold on. Roll this damn window up. You're not gonna be able to sustain yourself. I forgot what the thing is. But you would just start shaking, and you know your health would deteriorate. Oops, like it. But yeah, it's a slow death. And people are going to get desperate out here, because, especially here in America, Babylon the Great, is because what? They have grown in this luxury, man. People don't grow food, or they're stacked up on top of each other in these high-rise apartment buildings with no land, you know. And then Esau then set it up to where fruit isn't grown naturally to take care of yourself. You got to pay for everything, you know. So, you know, hey, the famine, man, people are going to get desperate, man. Just like you see in the cartoons, you know, people get, you know, get so hungry that your friend starts to look like a chicken leg, you know. So you're just going to gnaw on that thing, you know. So that's what's going to happen. People are going to gnaw and eat on each other. And you've seen that in the movie, man. Esau trying to, it reminded me of the movie The Road. Yeah, The Road. You know, it has similar aspects to that, as to that. So, you gotta understand, man, this, you know, hey, art imitates life. So these movies are an art form, and, you know, Yahweh Shema Shah puts it in these, you know, writers and directors to put these things together, you know, to show the masses. But they just look at it as entertainment. Oh, that could never happen. But us as the hopeful elect, the ones in the know, we're filtering it. You know, we're filtering through the scriptures. Like, hey, man, it's hitting on a lot of points, you know. So I ain't want to be too long-winded with that. You know, go check the movie out. With that, I pray this edifying to the elect. I look to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Belongs to the apostle and elders of the great millstone. Kwame Yashrala, Shalom.